Disney cruise from Florida. And doing one of the Caribbean cruises. And
it's like
also
BVI's and St. Thomas.
And then also
Casablanca.
incorporating a couple days at Disney World as well with that. Maybe like a week and a half trip or something like that. This past summer, one that just happened, we did 14 days, right? At Disney World. 10 days. 14 days.
10 days.
14 days. 20 days. 100 days. All the days.
10 days at Disney World.
10 days at Disney World, 4 days, right? At Disneyland?
Yeah, 4 days at Disneyland a couple months later.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the summer, we went to Disney World for 10 days, and then
End of September.
we went to Disneyland in conjunction with
birthday and
my
a
birthday.
wedding.
And then we had a wedding. So we went out like 4.5 days before the wedding. We went to Disneyland, stayed there. We stayed at the Candy Cane Inn.
Highly recommend it.
It's awesome. The place is great. Great room, good breakfast served in the morning. There's one guy. Complimentary. There's one guy that's there, and he's kind of
he's the character of the place.
He's the character of the place.
He is a very big Tinkerbell fan and walks around
with like necklaces and jewelry
hundreds of Tinkerbell. But he's the character of the place.
He's also the historian of the Candy Cane Inn or something like that.
Very
kind of a cool guy.
Quirky.
He's unique.
Quirky.
He walks around with this little Tinkerbell thing. You push a button and there's a Tinkerbell quote that it says. But yeah, he's kind of interesting. But all in all, it's about people say it's about a 10 or 15 minute walk from the main gate to where the place is.
That's about right.
I thought it was shorter, like 8 minutes.
It depends on the speed that you're walking. Going there in the morning when you're excited to go to the park, it's about 5 to 8 minutes. When you're coming home, it feels like 40.
Yeah.
But it's really only
worth
like
it.
10, 15.
And there's free shuttles that take you back to the hotel if you need to.
Like you can
and they can pick you up at the airport, I think?
No. They pick you up what do you mean, airport? The shuttle takes you to and from the park. And then there's other ways that you would get to the airport. But
how did we get to the airport? Oh, that's right. There's a jitney thing that like a shuttle or something that does like a big world tour.
Super shuttle is what we took from the airport.
And it was easy. I mean, it was great right from LAX, right? We just flew into?
Yes.
So we flew into LAX.
It was a little like 8-person passenger bus, 10-person bus.
I mean, it didn't take that long. It said an hour and a half would be the ride, but it ended up being like an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got there, and when we came out of our room, like, so when you enter Candy Cane, there's the front courtyard area, and you'll see like that there's like a big overhang that you drive through, and there's the front building is its own island, and everything's behind it makes like a big horseshoe like that with the building up at the front and a big parking courtyard area with a pool.
In the back of the horseshoe, you see
the backside of Cars Land.
Yeah, the backside of Cars Land.
It's very cool.
And you can hear in the morning before the park's open, you hear the cars racing around the track to test them out.
Like in the beginning of the thing when you start out, there's of cars when you get into the race. There's a big launch, so to speak, that gets you started up, and there's a big tire squeal that happens. You can hear that when you're out, not in your room, but when you're in the courtyard area.
Yeah. Very nice hotel.
And it's right there. It's really easy to get to. There's tons of stuff right there on the strip too.
In a way, it's closer than the Disney hotels.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The
absolutely.
walk from, say, Paradise Pier Hotel to, because you have to go through downtown Disney.
The walk from Paradise Pier is about 15 minutes flat.
You can take the monorail into the parks,
but the monorail closes at weird times, so it's like...
not really. It's well, yeah, didn't we try to take it back?
We tried to take it,
yeah. So getting in there, in a way, but at the same time, you don't get the breakfast. The rooms are probably, I would say, about the same from what I've read and heard, quality-wise. If not, Candy Cane's a little better. And it's just that almost homey feel that you sometimes don't get in the Disney resorts because they're so large, if that makes sense. You feel like you're at home at Disney because it's Disney.
Right.
But
Like, if you're staying at Disney World, it's definitely worth it to stay on property if you can afford it.
But
because you have free shuttles and everything.
But Disneyland is different.
It's literally, Disneyland is set inside of the city. Like, you're walking down, what is it, Buena Vista Street? Harbor, whatever. And it's like, on one side of the road is the walls that surround Disneyland, and on the other side is like McDonald's and shopping and things like that. Also, the cool thing is you can leave the park, hop across the street, and there's restaurants right there. You don't have to eat in the parks. Disney World kind of, because it's so huge and you have to go so deep into the property to where the parks are, you're kind of there and have to buy the stuff. That Disneyland, it's really awesome.
Yeah.
It is smaller, but with that being said, it is a very nice, intimate, and what the heck is this person doing?
But when it does come
45 and a 60?
I can't even get around. But the thing we did realize is because of the fact that you can leave and get food other places, Disney has competitive prices.
Absolutely.
We went to IHOP, and it cost us as much as if we would have stayed in the park and got food. And one place we found that was good was like Denny's, because you can get late night cheap food.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
Denny's was cool.
But other than that, you have to weigh the options. Like, are you really leaving to get like something you can get at home, or stay and get the experience of being at Disney for roughly the same amount of money?
Now, Disneyland, you'll notice it's a very locals crowd, where Disney World is very much the huge population, or people that really are there as their annual trip, or have only been there once and can only afford to go once with their families. Also, the employees at Disney World tend to be a lot more chipper and cheerful and everything else. I'm not saying that the Disneyland employees aren't awesome. They definitely are.
But
when I was there for my birthday, we got a free banana fritter at one place because it was my birthday, and all I asked was for a cup of ice water. And people were really nice. I mean, it was really awesome what they did.
you have to remember, though, Disneyland, because it's mainly local, like a lot of annual passes, those are the people that in your hometown would be working at the movie theaters and the McDonald's and the local businesses.
Or if you're like in Pennsylvania, like working at like Hershey Park or something like that.
Right, looking at the local businesses, they're not the people from all over the world that come to work at Disney World.
Well, sorry that we kind of cut that short a little bit there at the end. We were on our way back from the on our way to the Danbury Fair Mall, and we ended up getting lost. So, stinks. But yeah, all in all, I think between Disneyland and Disney World, it's two very different experiences. On the one hand, in California, you have a very small and intimate park that Walt walked through, that he helped to design. And it really is a cool experience, where at Disney World, it is what Walt said he wanted: more space, and he wanted to be able to constantly grow and always have somewhere to expand to, and be blessed with space. So with that in mind, it doesn't matter what trip you go on. You heard what we thought about both. We loved it, and we can't wait to go back to either one. So there's that. Danbury Fair Mall was awesome. You can see our episode 1 video. No idea how to put links in anywhere on this screen, but I'll figure it out. Probably in the box below you'll see a quickie, a little link thing. A quickie? Good. So, hope you enjoyed the videos. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll catch you on the flip side. And remember, adventure is out there.